Hey team, so I'm going to be going over nunchucks. So, the most important thing you need to know about nunchucks is you need strikes, and it's just basically you're doing chops and punches with your nunchucks here or here. So your nunchucks, you need to make sure that you're grabbing with your thumb right at the end. If you grab here, I'll tell you this, it's going to look super wacky and you'll have no control. You want to make sure whenever you're doing nunchuck stuff, you hold right at the end, right here. And then it'll be a lot easier to do controlled spins and grabs. So, we're going to go over, since basically nunchucks are just chops and punches with nunchucks in your hands. So, I'm going to be going over a little bit of spins and some various tricks. So, before you do anything with nunchucks, there we go, nunchucks, you need to know how to do spins. So, for the spins, there's the side spins, where it's right to your side, so you take both your nunchucks and you spin to your side. There's the forward spin, there's the backward spin, there's spinning to catch, there's backward spin, so spin to it, backwards catch, hey, there we go. And then there's obviously doing the seat belt, which is up, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, catch. So, we're going to go over spins first. So you need to know how to have control of your nunchucks. You'll rest them here and you'll use your arms to guide them around. It's like you're flying in air. You're using your arms. And what you want is you want to have this control. You don't want your nunchucks moving in or on an angle like this. You want them up and down, perfectly vertical. From here, you're using your arms, and you want to slowly stop and just use your wrists. There's little motion in my arms, it's just the nunchucks. That's what you want. So I'll do it on this side here. You have more spin and you have less arm movement. Then, from there, if you look, it is not, I'm pointing my nunchuck away from me. Then from here, I'm going to slow down because we have to first learn it slow, and I'm going to stop, grab. I'm going to stop it in its path and grab it with my fingers. So just my pointer finger and my thumb are holding the commas with everything else joining, but then I let go with my last 3 fingers and I grab it. Same thing on the other side. Grab. And team, this takes a lot of coordination with your hands. It will take some time. You can learn it fast, you can learn it slow, but that's what you want to learn how to do, is learn this first. Then grab. Then you can do some chops and punches. Then you start practicing going backwards. And grab. Now we're going to do something that's a figure 8. This is a very common nunchuck move. You first, like I said before, you need to learn how to do this first. Then you need to learn how to spin it inside. So bring it inside of your body. Now, we need to learn how to go out to in, out to in, out, in, out, in. So what's doing is going the inside of my body, outside, inside, outside. And like I said, you want big motions first without hitting your face. Big motions. Then you can make it little motions, and you can make it a little bit faster. Same thing with the other side. Big motion, in and out, in and out, in and out, and grab. And slower. That's taking the basics. The best way to do is to have someone hold an X-ray target in front of you, and you hit it down and down, 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 down. So that's the basics. So, in order on how to learn it, you first, you learn how to do this. Just nice and easy. You learn how to do backwards. Then you can start learning figure 8s. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Then from there you can learn how to stop and grab. And that's the first basics. From there, then you can start learning a lot of different things. You can learn behind the back. You can learn wrist roll, which I still haven't mastered yet. But there's a bunch of different things you can learn. The first thing you should know how to do is the forward spin, the backward spin, the figure 8s, and then catch the grab. That's it. Another thing you can learn without spins is the seat belt, is what I call it. It has a different term. But seat belt, you're going to take both your commas. Remember, you're grabbing with your thumbs right at the ends here. And you're going to rest them on your shoulders. Now I'm going to get nice and close for this one. You want to make sure that your shoulders, you're not holding your elbows high. They're resting right here and they're not so far back. And we're going to do the seat belt. So I'll start with my right hand. my right hand's gonna cross onto my other hip like I'm buckling my seatbelt. My right hand goes across to my hip, and what I'm doing is my nunchuck isn't hitting my hip. My thumb is. Hip, go to the same hip, and go back up. Hip, hip, up. My right hand hits my hip, the same side, back up. Cross, side, up. Cross, back, up. Cross, back, up. Catch. You can make it a combo with your team. So you start up here. Your thumb hits your hip, hip, back. Hip, hip, back. And then catch from there. So, that's all the basics you need to know. Is the first, you need to know how to do the rolls, then figure eights, then you can learn catches, then you can start practicing hip, hip, up, hip, hip, up, and then from there you can go a little bit faster and you can start starting at different times. It's a lot of fun. You want to learn your nunchucks too. So practice those basics and soon you'll be able to learn some awesome nunchuck combinations. See you, team.